Hello guys and welcome to HRL Season 5, Round 4, Mount Guerco GP. On the front row we're going to have Sector and Justice. By the way, this is going to be the second Moto. Next row we have Elite and Hunter. Third row we're going to have Detail and Ricardo. Coming up in the fourth row is going to be Fireball and Puma. Wow, why do they look so similar? Next row we're going to have Camby and Luke. Sixth row is going to be Slaunch and Roman. And in the final row, we're going to have Real Deal all by himself. Vulcan decided to quit out because he's a dad. Alright, here we go. Keep an eye on the lights for the green flag. That's when we're going to get this race underway. Here we go. Green flag. Watch these drivers through the uphill. Every single start seems to have like a 3 or 4 wide. Looks like it's pretty similar. Couple drivers getting shoved out though. Still 3 wide in like the very middle of the pack. Oh, one driver getting really loose. Almost completely wrecking several drivers. But was able to save it. Happens again. Very loose, goes all the way back to last, but is able to keep going. Just avoiding the flip. Still, the spin, not very good though. Looks like we got a lot of battles going on through the second chicane still. Now it's starting to look a little more similar to first Moto. Things are starting to single out a little bit. Although, I definitely would expect way more 2-wide battles in the next couple minutes. Second Moto tends to have battles all the way to the end of the Moto because there's just people getting cheesed left and right. There's all this chaos. You got drivers of all skill levels all throughout the pack. Camby almost spinning out right there. Has to slow down a little bit. He doesn't want to gain any positions off of his rejoin there, but that's kind of like all he could do. Let's say a fair rejoin there for him. Close battles, a lot of firm handshakes going on throughout the pack. Got nice double 2-wides here. You have the 2 green guys, Roman and Ricardo. You have Luke and Elite, I believe. Detail is taking the lead. Meanwhile, looks like Luke's in third. And huge pile up right there in the first chicane. Man, a lot of drivers getting collected right there. That was like 6 drivers involved. Not very good for any of those people. Going to take a huge comeback in order for them to get back up the pack. Wow, even more contact in the second chicane. I think Sector went down right there. Alright, starting to make it a little more clean. Seems like these drivers are starting to figure out how to drive cleanly around each other. You know, it only took an entire Moto plus like 2 minutes. It's not that bad compared to usual nights. Almost a 3-wide down the corkscrew, but they sort of settled it out before it got anywhere near dangerous. Still a lot of close battles though, a lot of contact going on through the back of the pack. Front of the pack, surprisingly, has gotten settled out pretty quickly, whereas the back of the pack, there's just fights going on everywhere, which is weird. I thought it would actually be the other way around, but a little bit of a different Moto 2 here so far. Looks like Real Deal gained a position right there. Still a nice battle going on in front of him. Whoa, one driver almost spinning out. Runs Real Deal really wide. Whoa, almost like a 4-wide right there. Going up to the HRL sign. Oh, we got to see that wheelie again. Look at that. Huge wheelie pop from Real Deal. That's not going to help his race at all, but it will help the viewership. It's a nice little highlight. Ah, one driver spins out. Is that Fireball or Puma? I'm going to assume that's Puma just because. Ooh, getting loose. All the way through the last corner. Looks like we have like a 3-wide going through the uphill. What the heck? Yeah, I've got to assume that's Puma in the green goose. And then it's Fireball with the white armor as well, but in the Tundra goose, I believe. Better not be wrong. Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Okay, yeah, that's Puma. That's that's Puma in the green goose, no doubt. Nice little double battle right there. We got Camby and Fireball. Fireball's going to take the advantage. Puma's going to cut the track again. That's like twice in a row right there. We'll address that at the end of the video. I think you guys will like how it's addressed. Ooh, nice move right there on was that Ricardo? Believe so. I think Ricardo just got passed up by Justice. That was a really nice move out of Justice, I gotta admit. Was looking like an experienced GP driver out there with that move. Nice little, like, just went wide a little bit, sort of set up the crossover. Ricardo, obviously, a little more inexperienced on Halo 5. I mean, he races in real life, but, you know, I think I've met a lot of drivers over the years that think that those skills transfer, and they definitely I can say without a doubt, do not transfer. It's completely different. Oh, 5 minutes left. Not that much time remaining in this moto. A little pile up right there in the second chicane. Still, that's crazy. 5 minutes left and we're still having tons of fights in the back and tons of pile ups, tons of crashes and hard moves. These guys in the back are just not letting up. Whereas the front has singled out fairly quickly. I think right now in the front it's Detail first and Luke second, and then there's just like a huge gap because they got up there so quickly. Whereas some of these guys, more towards the back, have been fighting for a very long time, fighting for the entire moto at this point. Going across the bridge. I don't know why that made me think of that. Looks like we got, who we following here? Is that Real Deal? I think it might have been. And who was that? Slaunch. Okay, so that must be like top 3 or so. Oh no, Justice into the pole. Unfortunate for him. He was having a pretty good run up until that. Justice definitely seen him improve over the weeks. You know, he's getting better. Not quite at that like top 5 consistency driver status yet, but he's certainly improving, certainly getting better week in and week out. I'm excited to see how he does on more of the supercrosses and motocrosses. Whereas when it's like a GP here, you know, obviously he's not used to this type of racing completely yet. We have a huge crash. That was Ricardo and Real Deal, I believe. Wow, huge crash right there. That was awesome. And I think it was Ricardo and Real Deal involved in that one. Oh my god, huge track cut right there out of Ricardo. And you could tell Real Deal's like shoving him inside and kind of blocking him because I think he could tell that was a huge track cut. So he was like, yeah, nah, you're not passing me for that. Can't really blame him. Looks like we have Camby and Elite in a fight right there. Unfortunate for Camby. He looked okay, just cut the track. That's cool. At least Elite seemingly let off a little bit afterwards. And it might have even been caused, honestly, that one might have been caused by that lag, because there's a lag caution, or maybe someone quit, I think. We're going to get this race restarted. Here we go. Here's the restart. Camby doesn't go at all. What the heck? That was pretty bad. The unfortunate thing about Camby is I don't know why he's slow in those restarts sometimes, but if it's like a thing where he has to go for a minute or something and he'll be right back. He doesn't have a mic, so you can't like, oh, huge crash right there. Wow, that was a nice looking barrel roll. It's hard to get a nice looking barrel roll in Halo 5. Did you guys see that 3-way track cut right there? And that one, yeah, I think that one as well might have been caused by the lag caution. It might have been. I don't know. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 2 minutes left, and we're going to get to this restart. Here we go, restarting the race again. I hate GP restarts. They are just ridiculous, and I'll address that at the end of the video too. A lot of battles going on. Watch them go into this corner. Oh no, several drivers shoved too far inside, and that's going to cause a huge pile up. 3 drivers collected, possibly more involved, but just stayed a little safer, I guess, than some of the other drivers that got affected. Meanwhile, Detail and Hunter are just going to have a huge gap right there. And this could be a good opportunity for Detail to get his first moto win of the season. Hasn't gotten a moto win this season yet. Did he get one quicker in Season 4? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Yeah, right? I think he won the first race. No, he didn't. Which one was it? Ah, my memory. A lot of battles going on. You see, that last caution just shoved everybody all over the place, even harder than the caution beforehand. 1 minute left as well, so not that much time for these guys to regain. I was right. Never mind. I was right. Detail did win moto and overall on the first race last season. Wow. I'm not dumb. Sometimes. A lot of battles still going on throughout the track. I don't know why I was going to say throughout the pace. That doesn't make any sense. A little bit. Oh, Camby getting shoved cheesed a little bit there. Unfortunate for him, losing a lot of time. Pole cheese right there as well. What the heck is that driver doing? Is that Puma? I am so confused. Dude, what the heck? That was just some really weird driving. Like, not bad driving, but just odd, you know? I guess that must be Puma. Perhaps I was wrong earlier, but that's definitely Puma. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. That is absolutely him. 3 laps to go. Whoa, Puma cheese. Man, that is not fun to watch at all. 3 laps to go. We're going to take a look at detail, and you see he has just opened up a huge gap on Hunter. Hunter and Solange still battling for second. Real Deal trying to inch in there. I mean, Real Deal with Detail's poor first moto finish. Obviously, this moto win will help Detail. He'll still get a good overall finish. He'll still get a lot of, it'll be a good points night overall if he gets a moto win. But he's not even going to be close to Real Deal for this overall battle. Real Deal is just got to hold his position. If he can pass Solange, then he just really solidifies it. But with where Real Deal is right now, he looks like he has his first overall on Halo 5 in the bag, which would be huge for him. He hadn't gotten a moto win or an overall for quite a bit of time since he rejoined. It's been a couple months, and sometimes it takes a little bit, but right now it's looking like he's coming to his first for both on the same night, which is also nice. Not everybody gets both of them on the same night, but would be huge for him to get it here, especially with his point situation. He had kind of a iffy start to the season, some good, a couple good finishes here and there, a couple iffy finishes here and there. Getting an overall would definitely help that situation out. Going through by the HRL sign. I think we're coming to white flag here in just a moment. Top 3, top 4 battle heating up while the first place. I mean, Detail has just, all he has to do is not make a mistake. He doesn't even need to hit the fast line. He could run a lap 1 second, maybe even 2 seconds off the pace, and he'd probably still stay in front of Hunter. So he doesn't really even need to worry about being fast this lap, actually hitting his marks super tight. He just needs to worry about, taking the corners clean rather than fast, and he'll definitely hold on to this win. That's kind of a big skill out of drivers that I think is a little underrated is, how do they race when they get the lead, and how do they race in certain situations with the lead? Because obviously when you have the lead and you've got the whole field behind you, you have to be a little more aggressive with the lead. You have to be taking corners aggressively. You have to be extending that gap. But when you're in a situation like Detail right here, it's good to have the skill to and the knowledge to take corners a little safer and kind of just play with your lead, if that makes sense, and hold on to it that way. Don't want to do it too much, then you get comebacked on. But if it's something like this, then it's just not going to happen. Detail rounding the final corner is going to take his first moto win of Season 5. The rest of the drivers coming across the line. Lots of, just like the first moto, more so than the first moto, lots of penalties being handed out. If you want to see all that stuff, make sure you go on the results doc so you can get updated on all that, because there was a lot for this race. A lot of changes being made after this race. For example, we added a quitting rule, so you cannot quit races anymore. You can pull off to the side, you just cannot quit the game. If you do, you'll get penalized, so that's one thing we added. Also, at the end here, you'll see Puma with the -69 points. Hope you guys enjoyed that. See you next time.